have the vending application for the farmer's market. How many years has it been at that location now, John? Several years.
I think since 2010.
2010. Wow, that long.
Is my hunch, yeah.
So
I don't
going
know
on
if
a
I
decade.
confirm that.
When over the years there's been a little resistance from the neighbors, and we do understand that there's impacts on the neighborhood of having that activity at the park. And this year we've received a couple of letters and contact from some of the people in the area, so we thought it'd be certainly the right thing to do to listen to those concerns. I think they've been fairly well stated in their letters. I generally don't try to interject my thoughts into the beginning of a conversation, but I will say that I feel that the activity at Adams Park has generally been a positive thing. I think it's a good use of a tract of land that's named for my great-grandfather. And I like to see that kind of activity in the center of town. And if there's, I know that you folks have worked hard over the years to try to have it go as smoothly as possible and with the least amount of impact, and I'm sure that'll continue to be what you try to do if, in fact, we continue the relationship. But if anyone wants to speak to it, my ears are always open, and so is my mind. Tim, welcome and thank you. There is a microphone at the podium for the TV camera, so it's a little better to...
Thanks, Ivan. I'm Tim Stevenson. I've lived here full-time since 1972-ish and participated in different civic events with Ivan and Wayne, mostly fireworks. I live in Adam's house, his family house. We have great joy in renovating, restoring it, and using it as a commercial property, which it was built for, and we're proud to be on the green. Many of us in our neighborhood feel it's time for the farmers market to move on. It's grown, it's been a success, but it's too big for the park. A lot of problems when the market's going on. Parking for customers of the various businesses around the green is impossible. And also the funeral home, which has, since the street was reconstructed last summer, the funeral home only has one parking space in front of it, whereas it had two last year. The funeral home also has a tremendous problem when they have a service or calling hours on Thursday. Services would be the big problem in the afternoon, and they have had those events during this time. And it's a real problem for their clients to try to deal with the traffic. And the church parking lot at the Episcopal Church, of course, is parked full, so parking is a major problem for the funeral home. The other thing the funeral home is very concerned about, and we're all concerned about, is public safety. Years ago, I lived on Elm Street, and I had an art gallery antique shop there. And when I had an event, I would hire a deputy sheriff. The town required it, urged me, for safety. And I hired Roy Bailey. He's a great guy and a good friend. But at the park, there's no security. And people are in la-la land, lackadaisical, walking across the 7A and also across Park Place and Center Hill. They're just wandering, and the kids are wandering. Why somebody hasn't been hurt is I just don't understand it.